WrestleMania Day, WrestleMania Day. That's right, Bro Plata is doing WrestleMania Day. We got people talking WrestleMania, yeah, and we're gonna have some other people coming in, maybe. It's a time to enjoy your life, cause it's WrestleMania Day, WrestleMania Day. It's so good they turned it into 2 days. WrestleMania Day, WrestleMania Day. Maybe Tim will be on here, but he doesn't like fun. This is Ray singing about WrestleMania Day, and I'm so excited to talk about WrestleMania Day. Yeah.
It's in for them.
And we're here, everybody.
Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted.
Yes. The crowd goes wild. Everybody's happy. Bro Plata is here, bitches. The show that never stops. The men who make Minnie Mouse's panties wet. The quintessential stud muffins of talk radio. That is right. Pulse Reloaded, Ray Highclack. WrestleMania coverage? Yeah, why not? Hall of Fames tonight. You also got NXT Stand and Deliver tomorrow in the afternoon before WrestleMania. Night one, that is Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins taking on the bloodline of The Rock, Roman Reigns, for all the gold, for all the bragging rights, all the gold. Cody, if he loses this match, will be under tribal rules, which basically means anything could go, any stip can happen, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do. We're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about 40 years.
Yes, that's right. That is the anniversary. And
holy shit, son.
I just want to jump into it. I know we're going to probably preview the whole card, but I just got to say, I've heard a rumor that Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to appear and stun The Rock.
Yeah.
You've heard this as well?
It's the most logical thing to happen, I think. Honestly, if they're going to do any kind of announcement for that, they're going to probably do it tonight or like as the entrances come out, or they're going to do some backstage thing. But I want Steve Austin. It's the 40th anniversary.
Right. And
of WrestleMania, son.
You know what, though? I got to say, I feel like at this point in the game, Steve Austin has just enough energy for one stunner. And that's it. I don't know if he can provide, maybe crack one or two beers, but that's it.
I don't know, man. He's in his mid-50s. That match last year randomly with Kevin Owens was awesome. I'll never forget, actually. Like, I kept saying, like, man, how old is he?
Look, don't get it twisted. He's in phenomenal shape, but you can tell that the business is taking a toll on his knees a little bit, if nothing else. You know, because he always used to wear those knee braces. And listen, I think he's about the only guy that has the lineage that can thwart this whole Rock movement. He has the history with the Rock. But at the same time, I just feel like people are so sick of Roman Reigns right about now. Derek was telling me, and he said he might join in 30 minutes. I sent him the link if that's cool with you.
Yeah, D can come in and we can talk WrestleMania for a little while. I'm thinking this will probably be like an hour and a half. We're not going to have like the last time with the Royal Rumble, hopefully, Tim. We're just Derek can come in, talk WrestleMania. Fuck yeah, man! Like more merrier.
Okay, cool.
Well, he was in the intro.
What happened?
It was in the intro. We are like gonna have people talking about WrestleMania.
Right on.
Fuck yeah, man.
So he was telling me, I guess it's been. Maybe you can confirm it if you know. He was telling me that Roman Reigns has held the belt longer than any other champion, longer than Austin, Hogan, anybody, Taker, anybody.
Well, combined reigns, no. There's still, I think, Bruno, and I think Bruno's the record holder. He beat Bob Backlund. Like, he's already gotten into, like, the old school record when it starts to, like, get there. But, like, Bruno had the belt for 8 years. Like, dude never quit. He never it was, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, and RIP to the legend Bruno Sammartino, but, like, for real, dog. Like, the Roman's gotta go, man. Like, we gotta nix this belt. It's gotta be to the next heir apparent, man. It's gotta be. If we,
well, I hope Derek, can make it to the stream because he has some interesting theories and phenomena of theories. He was saying that he believes Roman Reigns is going to join The Rock and start making movies, and that they're trying to give him a break from wrestling, and that it's the time for other guys to get a push, And we were talking about this guy, LA Knights.
Yeah.
And also I think his name is it's either Walter or Gunther. What's the guy's name?
Gunther. Yeah. He
yes.
Formerly known as Walter, though. You
Walter,
did get his original indie name right. Yeah.
But he was telling me, because I hadn't been keeping up, he said, so LA Knights is in a program with Styles?
Yeah. That started when AJ came back. The attack happened on Raw. And it's been kind of back and forth the entire time, not really touching. Old school booking. Like, there's some stuff in WWE right now where I'm like, fuck, I feel good about this. It makes me happy. And that's one of them, because it started around the time when AJ came back, whenever that was. I forget. I don't watch the television, by the way, everybody. I'm casual AF outside of indie wrestling in Cleveland, and that's it. I'm hardcore for AIW. But, LA Knight, man, he's one of those guys that after Roman kind of does, like, go off into the sunset as a champion, he's going to be in the mix. Cody, obviously. Seth Rollins has been doing his thing with the World Heavyweight Championship. And with Roman leaving, there's going to be a bit of a power vacuum, but we're going to get probably a really amazing babyface champion. Like, amazing babyface champion. And I don't want to have to put a finger up. Like, I don't want to have to put a finger up anymore, man. I don't want to acknowledge this man anymore, Pulse. I don't want to do it. So, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow for sure.
Okay, well, also just want to point out, D made me aware of the fact that this guy Damian Priest has the Money in the Bank. Well, I'm going to ask you, what do you think the odds are that he cashes in at the end of the night? Probably Sunday night, right? You would think.
Well, Pulse, I was going to say, you want to start, and Philadelphia, by the way, is the perfect place to start a wrestling riot.
Or any other sports, right? You know that town.
For sure. But what you do, just to fuck everybody, right? Like, just completely. Hold on, my camera's off. I was wondering where I was looking like shit. Wow. Technical issues always on the BBPs. There we are.
D says, why y'all doing a show? Y'all might as well do a watch along with SmackDown tonight. I told him I'm trying to get back. I'm slowly trying to get back into the biz. To be honest with you, I think I'm at this point, I just like listening to different pods about wrestling more than watching wrestling itself. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I like listening to Cornette.
Yes.
Because that guy's knowledge of the business is second to none. He knows everything, like literally everything that there is, that ever happened. And,
Jim, or I'll give you my side of it after you finish. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, that was it. Yeah. So I just, but like, I wanted to get. I tried watching SmackDown. Oh, yeah, when the Rock got slapped by Cody Rhodes, that was the last one I watched, and I tried to
Okay.
watch it because the opening was good, and I really tried, but I gotta say, as far as the mid carders, there were these tag teams that I've never heard of, and none of them are exciting to me. I hate to say it,
Who
man.
are you? Who in particular stands out as just mediocre?
Okay, so there were these two guys. I don't know if they're Samoan or Mexican. I hope that's not, I don't know. I can't remember, but the way that they work, you could just tell I feel like they're OVW guys because they all have
Were
that
they
same style, man. It's just
were they wearing Latino World Order shirts?
oh, that might have been them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're one like the sadly the like luchadors and like WWE doesn't know how to really do long-term luchador matches. They're better for like speciality kind of thing. And not, not to sound like luchadors obviously can be in WWE, but like that style doesn't translate to the WWE fan per
You
se.
know,
Like
I don't know. It's
Pablo Escobar or not Santos Escobar, who's in a feud with Rey Mysterio. Um, he's okay, like,
yeah.
but there's not a lot of guys in WWE right now, luchador wise, where I'm like, oh fuck, cool.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I've grown up a little, but it's like I remember back in the day, even if it was like Al Snow or somebody, I was
Mm-hmm.
still entertained, depending
Mm-hmm.
on what the program was about. Even Steve Blackman, to an extent, the mid carders then versus the guys now. I just, I you know, I can't lie. It's hard for me to stay entertained unless it's big names that I know are coming up. So that's why I tried to watch. Like I knew later on that night, I think Orton was in the program. Um, but yeah, no, I just couldn't sit down and watch these guys. I don't know the way that they work I'm trying to figure out a way to describe it. It's sort of fast paced. Like I remember they had this one little scenario where one guy would Irish whip the other guy, and when he bounced off
Okay.
the rope, he caught him and Irish whipped him back. And it's like I see what they're going for. They're trying to go for like a fast paced style, but
Uh
I
huh.
don't know. So I want to see it. I want to see them make it look like these guys are really getting hurt. You know?
Yeah, and there are very few because again, indie wrestling kind of fucked up, and Jim Cornette has said we lost an entire generation. Like it's a weird thing to because you're 35, I'm 35. We've been watching wrestling for, especially you living in fucking Houston. Houston's a
Right.
huge wrestling town. Like, even to this day, the Toyota Center will sell out for any kind of WWE thing because, and I can throw myself in because I lived there for 2 years as a child, but it's part of the culture. Like, it's there. And going from where we grew up from to now. Slowly, I've done that, but then I find little diamonds on the independent scene where I'm like, "Fuck yeah, there's some
See,
hope here."
okay. See, that's what I think I might need to get into. All of the
Yeah,
shows that you go to,
those are like
because
the up and coming where the guys who are up and coming go to.
well, yeah,
Houston,
because
the Booker T promotion. They got
yeah. I've
JPW
been
two
wanting to see that
now.
reality of wrestling. I've actually wanted to go live,
Yeah.
because it's local. But yeah, it's just like certain rules. We talk about the unwritten rules of baseball, and
Mm-hmm.
you can either love them or hate them. But there's certain rules in the business that I think that they got to go back to and abide by. It's like, back in the day, a finisher was supposed to mean something. That's why you'd only have to see it once. Back in the day, a you know a big guy was not supposed to these little guys were not supposed to keep up with him. They were supposed to be squash matches just to build his character. Now it's like I, you know I don't know. It's just a lot of things have changed, and I tried to get into it. I guess the kiddies nowadays love it, the fast-paced attitude of it. But it's
Dude,
like
our
I don't know. They all
guys
work the same
our
way.
age love the style of wrestling now way more than it's such a small but mighty nerddom of just sad guys who go to live action movies. Like that's what we do.
That's why I
And
love it. That's why I
it
love it.
and
You know?
that's the sad part is like it became like video games to these guys and
Yeah.
finishers, you keep pressing L1 and fucking, X to do the Stone Cold Stunner. You're like, all right, I've done it 5 times. Like,
Right. That's
yeah,
why it's called a finisher.
I
You
know.
know what I'm saying? Like I don't. I think that gets lost in translation somewhere. That's why it's called a finisher.
That
It stops the match.
Well, again, you got a bunch of guys who are in the business now, and I mean, ROH had the same shit when it was first out. Like Ring of Honor was very video game style, fast paced, doing moves that you really shouldn't be fucking doing, but you're like, oh my god, he pulled it off, like without killing the motherfucker.
Right.
But that whole like the guys that are in now, and this includes Cody. Like I'm gonna throw Cody into this because they all grew up playing wrestling video games. They all grew up doing the moves and then creating their own and then going to the wrestling school and like doing said moves, pulling them off, which is weird, but like which shows hand-eye like these guys are fucking insane to do it. But like you'll get guys who do like Seth Rollins. He'll do like 4 curb stomps in a match and then pin the guy. You're like, that should just be one and done.
Right.
It's been a gripe of mine for a very long time, Pulse. Like very long time, where I get annoyed sometimes watching like indie matches, especially if I don't know the fuckers from Adam. I'm like, okay, where's the finish? And then it's like 3 of the same move, and you're like, oh, okay, done, cool, all right, I can go get a beer now, sweet. You have to be drunk to be at wrestling shows. Like I've learned. Like I guarantee you, my father fought in a few '80s riots here in Cleveland, drunk off his ass after buying a $10 front row ticket. Like he, he and he was 6'6", so imagine the people trying to get at him. But like, yeah,
While your
dude.
dad was 6'6".
Yes, sir. Yeah. He was a massive motherfucker, dude. Like he would love, and that's who I like got my love of professional wrestling from, was my father. Like it was something that we bonded over that was awesome. He showed me or he had tapes from 86, Night of the Skywalkers, the one where Cornette breaks his knees, 88 or the 87 Great American Bash Tour, where I got to watch multiple times in my life, Pulse, War Games, the first ever match Beyond, from I think it was like Greensboro, and it was insane to watch. Like the Road Warriors looked like they were killing people in that
Right.
cage. It was so good.
Right.
And then 88 Great America, or 88 Starcade, which he taped off of the pay-per-view channel. um, but it was True Grit. That was Dusty Rhodes and Sting taking on the Road Warriors. That's where he did the like, my fire, my thunder, an eye for an eye, when they fucking spiked his eye and shit.
Oh yeah, you showed me that clip.
Oh, dude, that got Dusty Rhodes fired as the booker from TNT or from TBS.
You told me didn't that start a real fight outside?
Not the spike. It cost Dusty his job.
Oh.
Because there was like a no blood policy in Turner at the time. But like, yeah, dude, this WrestleMania feels awesome just because it's the 40th one. Like that's what makes this one special to me when it comes to that. But like going back and watching the old WrestleManias, so much, so much.
Yeah. Well, you know what? So I thought about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead and spend the $5 to get Peacock. I'm just
Okay,
gonna
don't worry about that.
no.
I got you.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, I've spent. I actually paused to do the podcast. The Wyndham Rotunda documentary that's out right now, the Bray Wyatt
Oh
documentary.
yeah, bro. That's what I'm glad you mentioned him, man. Like I feel he should have been. This should have been his time as like the top heel in the business, man. He.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Like that's what really sucks about this right now. The WrestleMania for me. Now that you bring it up, like I feel like we're getting robbed of the man because the last match we had with him was SummerSlam in the what you call it Mountain Dew Lights Out match or whatever they did last year with him and LA Knight.
Oh, that was the one with the neon.
Yeah,
Oh man, that was. See, I never saw it in its entirety. I got to go back and watch that. But
I will give you my Peacock login after the show. We'll get you logged in so you can watch it and you tell me what you think about it via text, or you can keep it to Tuesday. Which, by the way, we do a live show every Tuesday and Thursday here on YouTube, and we are a mostly combat sports podcast. But I'm a wrestling nerd, and it's my Super Bowl this weekend, and I am not live streaming a UFC pay per view or a UFC fight night that I don't really give a shit about. By the way, go back and watch that episode from yesterday. I was very blasé, Pulse. Like I did not care at all. Um, but yeah, dude. This is like I'm actually doing another podcast tomorrow live. If anybody's interested, Redline Radio. They're on Facebook Live and I think YouTube. Pulse, I'm going to admit something to you. I think I'm going to be the only honky. If I
gonna be
remember
the.
correctly, I am going to be the representation. it's it's mostly going to be like black dudes that are doing this like talking shit. So I'm going to be the only cracker and I'm going to feel good about it. It's good times.
Okay.
Uh, but tomorrow I think it's gonna be at 1. We're doing 2 hours, 1 to 3, talking about the history of WrestleMania, doing all that kind of stuff. But no, yeah, I feel like we're being robbed of an entrance. Like we're being robbed of something that could have been, and the set looks awesome with like the XL on it and shit. But
Oh,
like
you seen it already? Okay, I haven't.
yeah, yeah. Here, I'll bring up a picture of it. Or I'll bring up the fuck it. I'll bring up the what do you call it? Shit. Oh, it's right here. I am baked right now, by the way. Yeah. The oh god, no, I don't want Stuttering John. Stop it. Stop it. No Dabbleverse tonight. Thank you. So mania. What the take me to WWE home slice. That's all I need. Thank you. I love technology on the show. It's
I'm
always
telling you,
against us.
bro. I'm still gonna invest in a new computer soon, but man, uh, yeah, I get sick of tech sometimes. It really.
Uh, WrestleMania stage. There we are. Up. Not what I wanted. Why? There we are. Ah. Oh, yeah, it's a bunch of other stuff. Oh, here it is. The set reveal. And this is like, I love WWE. They put a lot of effort into shit like this. And definitely did a top-notch job of it. And I don't care if we get a fucking copyright strike tonight. We need, this is amazing to look at. But yeah, man, just imagine, there's an X and an L, says WrestleMania behind it, right?
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, a swampy house door just shows up in the middle of it, and the fucking signs go wild. Like, just like, not even the signs in the crowd. I'm talking about like the letters on the set. What would it look like? The return, that stupid. I didn't like the last Code Orange song. I preferred Hurt and Heal, or whatever, the whatever they called the theme song for Bray Wyatt. And yeah, dude. Let's we'll talk about it in a second. But you got to see this. There we are. Thank you. Ooh. There we are. And go.
K24 presents the WrestleMania 40 set review.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lincoln Financial Field for the WrestleMania 40.
Hold on.
Okay. Goodness
Oh
gracious.
gosh, what is this? Dude?
Woo!
Come on. I don't need
Oh, great
this.
stuff, guys.
No, nobody cares about the new.
Right? I love it. I gotta say, that was
You gotta get this just.
we've made people wait long. All right, let's.
There we are.
Okay, that's live. Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If that is not a reveal worthy of the biggest WrestleMania ever,
I
don't
love
know
the
what
design.
is. It is
It's
large, it is
basic.
bright. I love it.
It's a lot of
More
LED.
amazing than I could have expected.
I mean, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, Pulse! Why do they bring me back in every single time with cool shit? Like, they just go shiny thing over here, kid. Shiny thing. Come here.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker. But and I still haven't bought 2K24. I'm debating on whether doing that or getting an Xbox One X. Yeah, that's the set for WrestleMania, and yeah, dude, Bray Wyatt being dead sucks. Like,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
it's unfair. It really. This is one of those unfair moments that pro wrestling has handed to us many times. The obvious tragic one that hurts the most is Owen Hart, but this is up there. Like, this is.
You brought up Owen Hart. I heard something a while back, and I can't remember if I mentioned this on the program or not, but I heard that the settlement amount for that his family had against the WWF at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that they settled for $15 million, 15 M's. If that is true, well, I was gonna say, if that is true, what is your thought on that?
I mean, my first statement on that would be, there is no price on a loved one,
Right.
obviously.
Yes, but isn't that a low ball?
No, that's it's a nice start.
I mean,
it's gonna pay off a lot of debt. That would be, but like,
I
and
feel
especially
like
Canadian. The dollar used to go a lot further back then in Canada. Now it's the opposite way around. But no, yeah, you can't really put a price on like a family member. I would say $1 billion if any of my family got wronged.
Right.
Like a bill,
Well, that's my only thing. Like, I just gotta say, I feel like
$18 million.
Well, I feel like he would have made that over the course of his career. Maybe not, but I don't know. I don't know how they came up with that amount. But when I first heard that, I was like, if this is true, geez, because at the end of the day, due to the fact that they settled, that means the WWF admitted fault. Like it was our harness that snapped or whatever. It was our equipment.
The
So
carabiner.
since it's your fault, I just feel like because like this is right before they became a publicly traded company and was worth $1 billion. So I'm like 15 million. Owen Hart,
Yeah.
you know,
It was 18.
or
according
18,
to-
18, 18. Oh, still, I don't know. But in any event, rest in peace to Owen, man.
R.I.P. to the ledge.
Yes, that was a great loss.
Hell yeah. And like AEW, I think did him kind of dirty with the poor quality of wrestling game that they put him in. Like it was not good, not good
Oh,
at all.
I gotta see that just to see what you're talking about.
The character
Does it look like him?
it's cartoony. Like it looks fake. So it's like, dude. Yeah, it to me like I wish the wife would let WWE use him and stuff or mention him or put him in the Hall of Fame. Uh, it's spiteful at this point, but I understand why. I
Yeah.
understand fully, but still, come on, baby. Like, I want Owen Hart in 2K25. He'll look good. He'll imagine that. Imagine Martha Hart finally does that. We get hot like 4K Owen Hart entrance in a WWE game for the first time.
That would be great.
Oh,
Also, I wanted to bring up the fact that apparently Brock Lesnar is off of that little suspension or whatever.
mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, like, if he comes back Sunday night, just surprisingly at the end of the show, and F5 somebody, would that break the internet or no?
Oh, it depends on what you're asking for, because there's the stench of being part of Vince McMahon's little fucking
I
thing.
thought you were gonna make a joke about him pooping on bitches.
Unless I mean, no, well, who knows? He may have seen Vince shit in a girl's hair. Who knows what could have happened?
Yeah, I mean, because like originally I heard that he was in some way involved, and so
In
they
the lawsuit, it says former WWE or UFC champion.
Ronda Rousey, maybe she was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Wouldn't that be epic? That's why she's like protesting so much right now.
right,
Like, have you
right.
seen her? Like, she is going ham on the entire industry. It's weird, dude.
You know
Fucking
what?
weird.
I actually, I don't know. I feel sorry for her a little bit because it's like if she's not gonna commit to being a big time wrestler, she can't go back to cage fighting.
No,
It's like, what is she gonna do with her life?
I mean, not much. Not much she can do. She's not a good actress.
No.
Like, she couldn't even believe in her own. She supposedly has so much of this self belief, but she couldn't believe in herself to be a pro wrestler. Like, her
Well,
promos were terrible. Son.
no, they really were, and she could not really work all that great. Like,
Mm-mm.
uh, but it's funny because it's like you remember when she first, bro. She was at one point the biggest, not only the biggest women's star, but arguably the biggest star in mixed martial arts at one point.
Yeah.
And then when she first debuted, she was a big deal in WWE. When she,
Yeah. That WrestleMania match she had against Stephanie and Triple H
yeah,
with Angle.
yeah,
One of the best matches she ever had. She didn't have any other good matches.
yeah.
Like, there were some, but like, she's a way better MMA fighter than she was. She did not translate like a Matt Riddle or fucking Shayna
Shayna
Baszler.
Baszler, yeah. And it's crazy because Baszler's still there.
Yeah, Baszler wrestled yesterday, I think, at Josh Barnett's Bloodsport for GCW, Game Changer Wrestling. And that broke. You want to talk about an internet breaking thing? Every single wrestling fan friend that I have was losing their shit when Shayna Baszler was announced for Bloodsport. Are you familiar with Bloodsport?
No, but so wait, they cut her from WWE or what?
No, it was just like Josh Barnett wanted Shayna Baszler, and WWE right now is in this sort of weird thing that they're doing. I don't know what Triple H has in mind here, but like he's like letting people go to organizations to like do something if they are really asked. You know, like if somebody is, they know they'll draw the biggest crowd. That'll be the thing. Last year was the thing that broke the internet was Shinsuke Nakamura wrestling the Great Muta in his last match. And which so far in the wrestling calendar, I've had the greatest year any human being could ever have, Pulse. Like, I didn't go to a lot of wrestling shows. I went to one WWE pay-per-view in Pittsburgh, but that WWE pay-per-view in Pittsburgh, Payback, changed my goddamn life and made me happy for the first time in a while. And that was getting to meet the Great Muta that night in Pittsburgh.
Well, so Shinsuke versus the Great Muta. That seems like
it was awesome.
I mean, it seems like as far as Japanese wrestling, it seems like it's like a big deal. But was it a good match?
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. Because it's student versus teacher, basically. Like,
right.
So it already is fucking great. I've watched it.
It'd been great if they had a cameo by Ultimo Dragon or something like that.
Oh, yeah. You have Jushin Thunder Liger just running down the fucking the goddamn aisleway and does those fucking. Have you ever watched Pulse? Have you ever seen Jushin Thunder Liger in MMA?
No. He fought?
He fought a couple times. I don't think he won ever. Like, they were like, my favorite one is he has that cart with that rolling front kick that he does that'll like drive his like calf muscle into your forehead. He tried doing that. Homeboy backs up and just starts ground and pounding Jushin Thunder Liger, and then rear naked choked him.
Oh,
it was like watching your dad get beaten up. I'm not gonna lie. It's either that one or Alberto Del Rio against Mirko Krokop in Pride.
I can't remember that. Del Rio wearing headgear still got knocked out with a head kick. Yeah.
He had his fucking lucha mask on, and he just gets brained by Krokop.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was. I met him once too, Alberto Del Rio.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He's a big guy in person.
Yeah, he's a pretty big fucker. Yeah. I was more interested in his ring announcer because I went to school with a guy or with a girl wrestler that he knows. So or that the ring announcer knew. So
I remember him.
Oh my god, we have a connection. But also I met Jeff Hardy there too when I was at Clear Channel interning.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a weird one. He was coming out of the bathroom.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, that one was a weird one. But yeah, dude, like MMA, the MMA thing. I'll send you that, by the way. The Liger match. You have to see this fucking fight. It takes place in an actual like ring, like Pride style. Nowhere, Tim. They're all enjoying their life like you should be. Gosh darn it. Not even put your comment up. Don't. Oh, God.
My bad.
You put it up. It's already there. All right, Tim. We've got as many people as we usually do. All right. Just nobody's chatting. We've got people, it seems. There's a chat down below, by the way, if you really want to hang out with them. We're talking WrestleMania 40 and also just wrestling in general tonight. Because the Super Bowl of pro wrestling is upon us, and we are usually a combat sports show. We talk about like UFC, some boxing, but we're just a combat sports podcast with a side of nonsense. That's right. I hope you guys enjoy that. There's a chat down below. Oh, I sent that. Mitch couldn't make it, and then Thomas, I sent the link, so he has the link. Derek should be here soon.
Yeah. Okay. So now that I'm just gonna ring him right quick and see, because I think he might be in like 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, man, you should get into indie wrestling, dude.
Hey, you gonna make it?
Shit, I'll be in the house in about 10 minutes.
Okay. I sent
All
you.
Yeah, I see that. Y'all ain't started already? I thought y'all gonna start at 6:05.
We did. It's 6:47.
Okay. So shit, y'all gonna watch along? Because SmackDown about to come on.
Tell him I don't have cable up here, and I don't want to move my shit down.
Oh, he doesn't have cable, so.
Yeah, got cable.
Yeah. It's 21st century, man. All my shit's streaming.
Oh shit, well, damn, you ain't even got access to Fox.
No. Not up here. I'd have to move downstairs, and I don't want to do that.
Fox is as accessible as ABC. What?
Yeah, he stays in Ohio.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Yeah, it's a very true statement.
But I'm trying to make it, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm like I said, I'm like 10 minutes away from the crib.
Okay. We'll see you in a minute.
That's fair.
All right, later.
All right. Cool. We'll break down both nights as well. I want to end the show on that because obviously the main event is what's drawing everything on both nights, and the people expecting surprises. Hardy Boys apparently are rumored.
What?
Yeah, for that tag team ladder match that's going on. Sort of their maybe last thing, because they're not under contract right now with AEW. They're hemorrhaging talent. Hemorrhaging. It's amazing to watch. Pauls, I'm gonna tell you something. I've never been so happy to be so right about AEW. It's mind-bendingly hilarious. They are, and dude, I'm telling you, Monday night, I will be at home watching Monday Night Raw. And if it goes off at 10:05 or 10:05 your time or 11:05 my time, and you don't hear or you don't see a Burberry scarf on your screen.
Oh, what if that happens? Sad. What if that happens?
Oh, imagine Cody Rhodes coming out to celebrate, and you just hear. You're like, oh.
That might break the internet.
All the servers will crack.
Man.
All of them. Every single one. You won't be able to remember when Facebook went out a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
It's going to be that way of all social media. It's going to burn some of those they're going to have to put shit in cooling just to get that fire to not take hold.
I mean,
yeah, I want MJF in WWE bad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought when Punk came back, it was gonna be bigger than what it was. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that feels like that, but
no. I kind of feel the same way. I blame the injury more than I do anything else. The whole idea that, like, yes, it was fucking awesome. What a steal from, the other company, the biggest star that they had, the guy who was drawing every single house. Pulse, do you know how many people were at the first Cleveland AEW Dynamite? It
Like
was,
in the arena?
yeah,
I don't know, where was it?
not. It was at CSU where they used to do nitros.
Oh, okay.
On the campus at Cleveland State, where the Vikings play basketball.
Oh, okay.
The that arena, I walk in that Wednesday night, fucking excited, to a quarter full fucking audience.
Oh, wow.
Literally one side was full, and then the whole rest of the arena
Jeez.
empty. Like, we were over in like the L part, like behind. If we were behind one of the baskets, basically, we were facing the entranceway, like head on. We could see all the entrances and all that kind of stuff. But like, I walk in and a lot of it's draped. A lot of it's draped, my guy, and it was heartbreaking.
Yeah, they just AEW is something about them, man. They just couldn't get the ball rolling. I had high hopes for it,
They can
but
draw 1,000 of people. They can do that, but they can't draw tens of thousands of people.
right.
They just can't. It's sad, and they have edge, which makes me sadder.
Yeah,
Like, you should have just went off into the sunset, homie. Start a wrestling school.
yeah.
Edge,
Everybody
start a
else is
wrestling
doing it.
school. Train motherfuckers. Like, do that. Just don't do spots on your own show to draw big houses. Like, do that kind of shit. Don't. AEW killed you, bro. Like, it took away all the heat. Like, everything is off of him after that whole fucking thing. And man, even the negative promo, like that fucking thing was like, I don't like the negative in wrestling right now. Bitch, shut up. Your company sucks. It's not a good organization. It's just not. And WWE does it, like, Triple H gets it. Triple H absolutely gets booking pro wrestling and understands the WWE style of pro wrestling to make it big. And to watch what's happened in the last 5-6 years is hilarious to me, because AEW had basically like mandatory fun parties during the pandemic at Daily Place, and WWE did an okay cool thing, which was that Thunderdome. That was kind of cool, weird but kind of cool. So it's AEW makes me sad. Although the point was going to be, Punk comes along. I go to 2 shows with CM Punk in. I was at the night him and MJF had a confrontation verbally, and he kind of like goaded everybody and got a boo because he was like, I'm not fighting CM Punk, right? But I was at, and it's my only one to date that I can think of, AEW World Heavyweight Championship match, CM Punk, Dean Ambrose. I was at the title change before Chicago.
Okay.
It was the anger that a lot of wrestling fans had that night in Cleveland was crazy. Like, I was even pissed. I'm drunk and flipping off fucking Dean Ambrose behind him as he's like holding the belt and shit. And yeah, it was awesome. It felt like a real wrestling crowd, like hot. And it was 3/4 of the way full. Like, it was actual, like, the houses went up with CM Punk. But AEW fans decided to get behind the wrong horse, and it shows. Because it got me back into when CM Punk came into AEW. Now, even though Punk's injured, still kind of want to see what he does with Drew McIntyre and Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see
Well,
what they have in store.
Okay, so I mean, what do you expect to be the biggest surprise of this weekend? Like, what? Like, I know what has been rumored, but like, what would be the biggest? Would it be if MJF, if or MJW, MJW,
MJF.
MJF? Okay, who's MJ? Who am I thinking of?
I have
Michael
no
Jai
idea
White.
who MJW is. That sounds like a dope wrestling though.
I'm thinking of Michael Jai White,
Okay.
MJF.
Real fighter. All right, I like it.
No, but like, or if Damian Priest cashed in the briefcase, like, what would be the biggest part? If Brock Lesnar comes back, surprises everybody, and nobody knew he was there.
That would be one. Brock coming back, even though there's still the controversy and all that kind of stuff going on with Vince and being implicated in the lawsuit. I think the biggest thing would be they pull a Seth Rollins from a couple of years back when he cashed in, I think in Miami or Tampa, to win the title by curb stomping Roman, actually. And it'd be Damian Priest. That would be the moment of the night that would be, I think, start a riot. Because people would be so pissed that, like, think about it. Cody wins. His mom at ringside.
Right.
She climbs the guardrail crying, like, oh my God, this is so good. And then
she talks just like his dad.
Exactly. Baby, I'm crying right now. Yeah, dude. All of a sudden, Damian Priest comes in. Like, what? What the fuck? People will be throwing, not, if it snows, they'll be throwing snowballs at that fucking point. Like, people will be drunk enough where they will not care. When Philadelphia opens up on somebody. But yeah, I think that would be like a moment killer for sure. Like, that would be the biggest surprise, would be the Damian Priest cash in. I think they would do it the next night, by the way. I think that it would be the next night.
Oh, on SmackDown?
No, on Raw.
Oh.
If Cody wins the thing, I could see them like cashing in on Monday night.
I see. I mean, that maybe, but like, I think he's got to wait till Rhodes is tired, and I'm sure over these two matches, wouldn't that make more sense that he'll wait till he's all worn out, then come out there?
Yeah. But I think what they should do with this is have him cash it in, but like make it the next big pay-per-view.
Okay.
Like, have him come out on Monday Night Raw and go, it's my time. You had yours, now it's mine. One of those kind of things. And that would be a good way for Damian Priest to cash in. Just surprising anymore, like showing up with your entrance music or like running out. You're like,
Yeah.
I would love that. I would love a contract signing like right there. That'd be so sweet. Oh.
Okay, now do you know every match that is listed for these next?
I do not, and I'll look it up here. WrestleMania Day. Not going to Wikipedia. I do not trust it. Here we are. WrestleMania 4. I love I want to know what the weather is what's the weather gonna be like in Philadelphia on Saturday tomorrow and Sunday.
Wait. Did I see that right? This is an open stadium?
Yeah, it's where the Eagles play.
Right, okay. Man. I guess I should have known by that logo. They did have Eagles colors. Is that
they're
perfect?
trying to get Travis Kelce to show up, which would be dope. But yeah, they got Lil Wayne showing up.
Oh wow, okay.
I know for sure Logan Paul is wrestling on this call.
Who is he in program with?
What was that? Yeah. Hopefully that was just an ant. Yeah, let's there's actually a lot of matches for night 1 and night 2.
Yeah, I wanted to run down them all, but actually, if I can, I just wanted to. I'm just use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right.
Go, yeah, for sure. We implore you, hit the like button, you savages. WrestleMania Day, it starts tomorrow. For anybody that is in Philadelphia, my brother included, my fucking brother, the balls on that boy. The balls to say, hey man, going to WrestleMania, you want to go. Would have said yes. Would have socked money. Would have took the fucking time off right now. Because I would have had it. The fuck. Plus also the eclipse on Monday, I would have had it off. God damn it. All right, I'll watch it on Peacock and enjoy it. But if you're in Philadelphia, enjoy WrestleMania. If you're in Philadelphia early for any of the WrestleCon stuff, I see a lot of my friends that are at WrestleCon right now talking or seeing them post stuff. A couple of people I know got pictures with Sting. And yeah, I've never been to a WrestleMania. I've never been. I set up like the goal that I was gonna really like try to accomplish was WrestleMania 50. That's the one that I want to go to the most, just because it's like WrestleMania 50. Why not? I'll be 45 by then, so like that's it'll be just nostalgia at that point when I enter the stadium wherever it's at. I'm trying to go to SummerSlam here in Cleveland, and I might actually take those days off and go do like the press junkets, try and get a press credential to do interviews at SummerSlam in Cleveland from Cleveland Brown Stadium. So finally something that place can be used for besides losing. So I'm losing. I'm just baked, guys. I think I smoked a new strain that I'm not used to. We do appreciate everybody who has been watching, who has been liking, who also has been subscribing. You sexy bitches. We've gotten a lot of subscribers recently. And for us to be able to be in your lives, fucking awesome. Thank you. I'm exhausted, guys. I did 9,000 steps today. 9,000 steps. Holy shit. But yeah, give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe. We are Bro Plata Tuesdays and Thursdays on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We are an MMA podcast with a side of nonsense because we're awesome. We're two comedians, Tim Danko, Ray Highclack, Pulse Reloaded, our lovely producer who will bring stuff up every once in a while. Asks us questions when we're dying, which is always helpful. Always helpful. The show I love the fact that like around this time too, you'll get like Triller's starting to get into the wrestling industry now as a streaming service to get money from marks.
Do you think is it like such a thing as like oversaturation with this, man? Too much wrestling?
It depends on the quality and it depends on who's doing it. Like, I will say, I went to, or we have an NWA, a National Wrestling Alliance territory up here, like a legitimate, branded NWA, Exodus Wrestling is what it's called. And the NWA champion is from Cleveland, Pulse. Okay? Do you know how cool it was for me to, like, get shit canned on a Saturday night that I had off, or a Friday night I had off, to go watch an NWA World Heavyweight Wrestling match, like for the belt, for the NWA World Championship in my hometown, 5 minutes from my house by Uber.
Okay,
Fucking
now
amazing.
which one is the one Billy Corgan runs?
The NWA, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that he apparently showed up a few times.
I was gonna say, was he
I
there?
missed those. Yeah, he's when did you see the Sam Hain cocaine fucking controversy that happened?
You told me about that. I just got one question. Was it real coke, do you think?
I don't know, actually. I wouldn't put it past James Mitchell to do something like that, where he's just, let's do a line on a table for while I'm introing something. Like, I could see him doing that. And I love him. He is ballsy as fuck, man. James Mitchell's awesome. But yeah, he cut a promo on Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder. And it was Pulse. It was terrible. It was not good. Like, Billy Corgan needs to assign like a commissioner of the NWA who can talk. Like Tim Storm.
How about? I was gonna say, how about Enzo Amore?
I mean, he's actually gonna be here in like a couple weeks, I think.
For what?
NWA Exodus.
Oh, okay.
They're doing another NWA Exodus Pro is what it's called. But yeah, NWA Exodus Pro. They're gonna have Enzo Amore. What is he called? Like Real One or something now? Bada boom, realest guy in the room. How you doing? But yeah, dude. It depends. I mean, we have AIW here. That is like our promotion in Cleveland that gets the biggest crowds. That's of an independent size. We're getting Kurt Angle next month.
Okay.
For Gauntlet, or no, this month we're getting it this month for their Royal Rumble show, Gauntlet for the Gold. But WrestleCon and like the shows that are like they do like Bloodsport, which is Josh Barnett's idea of what pro wrestling should be. Have you ever seen anything from it?
No, but I heard when he was on Rogan one time, he said, I mean, I heard them speak about wrestling, and he seemed to be like a real big fan. I didn't know he had his own promotion.
Mm-hmm. Show. It's an annual event. It's not like a thing.
Okay.
It's not a company. I don't
Oh.
think so. I wish it was, but I think he only does it once a year. That's why Shayna Baszler was so big this year, because this only happens once a year, and she wrestled like Ivana Slamovich or something. Yeah,
That's a great name, man.
it is, isn't it? He's and I think Shayna won. And actually, there was a cool photo that surfaced on the internet of CM Punk, Nia Jax. Who else? Somebody else was in the crowd watching Shayna Baszler and Ivana Slamovich. So there is like WWE people were there to support her, which is good. I think the WWE will benefit from that more and be able to get talent to work in WWE.
Or like if I remember correctly, they used to have like a no compete clause with their wrestlers. So yeah, I guess it's cool that they letting them like branch out and do other things now.
Yes. For sure, dog. Like you need that in wrestling now. The wrestling is so stale, where it's like if a WWE superstar shows up at like ICW out of Scotland, uh, like that was a big like get from thing. Mick Foley was their actually Mick Foley was their what do you call it, commissioner for a little while.
Okay.
And Finn Balor showed up to like the biggest independent wrestling crowd in like I think 30 or 40 years in
Whatever happened to him?
who Finn Balor?
Yeah.
He's around. I mean, he's there. Yeah, I mean he's there. He's running the new or he's like co-running the New Day with Rhea Ripley. Mommy
Okay.
has become like the hot item in that, which I knew she would. I knew she was gonna be the fucking cat's pajamas for every fucking anime nerd who has a China fetish.
Bro, like that shows you how long I've been away. Uh you said that the New Day is Finn Balor is in charge?
Oh no, Judgment Day. Judgment Day.
Oh, I was about to say, wow, they switched up for real. Like what?
That would be hilarious. Just like he comes out of a thing of bootios.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? Which they did that one year, and I respect them for that. That was fucking tits what they did.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
dude.
that's the thing. Like I know, that's another one of my favorite parts, man. The entrances for every
Yes.
Mania. Uh, one that was, in my opinion, very highly underrated. A few years back when Batista came out, and it was just a caravan of Suburbans, and he just hopped out of one of them. Do you remember this?
Yeah, that was when he was doing the Hollywood thing, right?
Yeah.
With the
I
spotlights on him and all that shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. What
Yeah.
about you?
I mean, wrestling entrance or like WrestleMania entrances. Luckily, there's so many cool ones too. Like
Yeah.
in the history of WWE, you get some really badass entrances.
Even
Shawn Michaels.
Rusev in the tank.
I was gonna put him in the list. Rusev, yeah, when he came out in the fucking Bulgarian tank, like just coming across in LA, of all places too. And yeah, that part of it is so fucking amazing, dude. Like, again, Shawn Michaels when he zip lined from in Anaheim,
Yeah.
WrestleMania 9, like, or no, not WrestleMania 9, WrestleMania 11. I can't remember. But fuck any Undertaker entrance, any of them.
Okay, so that's the thing. That same year, when Taker went up against Sting, I felt like they kind of melded
No,
in.
Taker never wrestled Sting. Triple H wrestled Sting.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It should have been Taker Sting. It should have been Taker Sting.
20 years ago.
Right,
But
right.
not then. Bray Wyatt was the perfect opponent for. They actually just talked about that on the documentary. I just got past that part where Undertaker is the narrator, by the way, of the Bray Wyatt documentary, Being Immortal. And he does a fantastic job of talking about like wanting to do it. And then there's an interview with Bray talking about like Pulse or not Pulse, Taker bringing him in to be be in his area of the match. I don't know why I'm stammering. Like I haven't had anything to drink. Pulse it sucks.
You got nothing at the crib? What's up?
Well, no, I not like alcohol. I'm stopping alcohol for a little while.
Oh, okay. I
Just
remember
to
that.
like let myself recharge. I'm smoking a fuck ton of weed though. Like I went up to Michigan. I didn't talk about that with you. We'll talk about the entrances first, but then I'll talk about my trip to Michigan a couple weeks or before last week's pay per view or last week's fight night. But I would say the coolest entrance I've ever seen in Mania history.
What's your fave? What's your fave?
Bray Wyatt at 30. It was basic, but it was effective and fucking amazing. The Fire Dancer, Voodoo Lady, Mark Krauser and the Rells doing his theme song, a live performance.
You want to? Okay, that's a
Dressed
good
like
one.
fucking plague doctors, and then Bray just being with his family, going down the ramp to wrestle, and they got the fucking whole thing, and I don't think there were fireflies just yet, but like it was just everything worked with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like it's just
yeah.
perfect. I miss that motherfucker every goddamn day.
I don't.
Bless you.
I feel you. Thank you. I feel you. He was such a and he was such an organic rise too. He built his own character. He was Husky Harris. Then he came out there, and it was like he did it the hard way, and everybody respected him. And he like, and even when he was doing the yeah, jump. Okay, Derek saying, "Can I jump in?" Yeah, jump in.
Yeah. Send him the link.
But no, I gotta say, no, I like the Batista one, but my favorite one that's highly underrated. Do you remember the year when Cena went up against your boy Mike Misnad?
Oh, was that the one where like he had all the like guys dressed like him and they started doing this?
That was Cena, but no, not his. My favorite was the Miz. When it showed him sitting backstage in like what do you call that room? Where there's a bunch of TVs.
Oh, control room.
In a control room, right? And he's just sitting there watching like a biography of his life, and they're showing him on the real world and everything like that. And then he comes out to Nas's "You Can Hate Me Now" with Nas and P Diddy, who's been in the news recently.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so he comes out there, and then they just got those big ass balloons on the stage that spell out "awesome."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. That was highly underrated to me, and and I thought it was great, you know. And that was like he was him in his prime.
He was cool. That was a cool entrance for him.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say that like it didn't blow my socks off much like Mr. Mizanin does not. I'm just not impressed. I love his dad way more. His dad is fucking hilarious.
Who's his dad?
His dad's he's just like a guy around town because he's Mike Mizanin's dad. Like he's the Miz's dad, so he'll show up at like AIW shows. Like he'll just show up at an AIW show to be there. Like I've seen him like 4 or 5 times, and he gets into it. He loves it. But like, yeah, you see him, it's like, oh fuck, there's the Miz's dad. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you know, I'm just thinking about this. You know, it would be a great surprise for AIW to pull off at fucking their Royal Rumble thing, and I challenge him to pay the money, or at least the trans to do it. John Thorne, Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth is a free agent, kinda. He's in TNA. Pay him trans. Just pay him trans. Pay for his flight from wherever the fuck he's at. And bring Nick Nemeth to fucking AIW. It's been a dream.
I mean, what else is he doing with his life right about now? I mean,
he's in TNA right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's oh man, I would lose my tits because I'm fucking going to that show. I'll be at the Gauntlet for the Gold 15. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my gosh.
Okay, can you like when the show ends, can you give me the rundown on the exact way how to I mean, I don't know if you guys had them or not. Did y'all ever apply for press credentials?
Yeah, you need like to show your license in like a photo form. I can send you the link to like follow all the instructions.
Okay, yes, please do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's a couple boxing matches I want to go see that are local. So.
Well, okay, fine. You know what you do with that? Just find out who the promoters are.
Okay.
Yeah, just find out who the promoters are. Call them and be like, hey, I'm with Bro Plata, and also, I do my own thing. I want to tape some interviews and, do those kind of things. Fuck yeah, dude. Just fucking contact whatever the local promotion is.
Okay.
Because it'll always be like something. It'll always be like, Battling Bros. Like, it's always got to be like some kind of promotional like thing behind it. So yeah, just find out who the promoter locally in Houston is, get his number, and fucking, you can do that through the State Athletic Commission too.
Okay.
The State Athletic Commission, just go on their website and you can see a list of promoters.
Okay.
And also the calendar. I always tell people, if you're from out of the state of Ohio, look up your local or your state's athletic commission for anything. Like, if you're bored on a Friday night and it's like 6:00, and I usually do that if I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do tonight? And I'll look to see if there's like boxing or MMA going on locally, just so I can go do something. It's fun. So hit up your state athletic commissions to find out what's going on in your state for combat sports. Support local combat sports. Also support your local indie wrestling company. Please do.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, dude, that's the best way. That's how I get a lot of stuff for either the show or I gotta call the commissioner now of Ohio and see if he wants to do this podcast, because I want to get to know this guy.
Okay.
I want to know how he feels about combat sports. I want to know everything about this guy. He's on my list as like a fish to get, big time. And I think it's Bernie is his name. I can't. Tim would know. Tim, if you're in the chat, what's the Ohio commissioner's name? Yeah, he. I want to get to know him, and I want to at least get Scott Coker. Yeah, I feel like Scott Coker's attainable now that he's been proven to be a fraud. It's one of the biggest shysters in MMA history. He's folded 2 organizations, Pulse. 2.
Yeah.
Dude, come on.
Are you saying you're trying to get him on the program?
I would love to get Scott Coker on this show. I would be.
Who would you rather have, Scott Coker or Vince Russo, if you could choose?
I wouldn't do a Vince Russo podcast. I would
No?
not do a Vince Russo podcast. No.
You don't want to pick his brain about some of the decisions he's made?
No, I'd rather do it with Cornette, but I know I'll never get that.
Right.
Yeah, I am very, very realistic at the fact that I will never get Jim Cornette for an interview because he only does his podcast.
Oh, is that
Hats
right?
off to him. What?
I didn't know that. Is that right? He'll only do his podcast?
Pretty much. Like, he just doesn't do other podcasts anymore. I haven't seen him on any new podcasts since the pandemic. Really? Yeah, it's the pandemic. He'll show up on like Brian Last's show, 605 Super Podcast, the mothership. But the shout out to Arcadian Vanguard, by the way, they're awesome. Really good thumbnails for their videos. But no, yeah, I would rather have Scott Coker because I want to know what it takes to blow it. Like, I want to learn what it's like to get so almost there and then just fall off. Like, I want to know the whole story of how he great promoter. Like, he does put on amazing fights. It's just nobody watches.
Yeah.
But I want Scott Coker to be on this show badly.
I don't know if I sent the link today. I don't know. It looks like he may not come on. I thought you said you're going to go an hour and a half.
Yeah, you want to break down this this card and then we can go our separate ways.
Absolutely, brother.
All right, yeah, easy. I mean, it's WrestleMania 40. I will say this: favorite WrestleMania. is WrestleMania 15.
Was that Chicago?
Before I say anything, don't want to get ahead of myself here.
Well, while you look that up, I gotta say I may be biased, but maybe the one in Houston, or no, actually, 2002, the one in Anaheim.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite Mania of all time.
Believe it or not, on March 28th, 1999, from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh wow! What are the odds? It's back.
I did not know that. Or no. Yeah. Oh no. Wait a minute. That's confusing. First Union Center was the venue, but it says location of Wells Fargo. That's fucking weird. Thanks, Wikipedia. This is why I don't trust them. No, yeah, that's probably my favorite one. But what were you gonna say? What did you say?
Oh, I was saying the one in 02 in Anaheim. It was a fatal four-way with the McMahon in every corner. It was Rock, Triple H, Big Show, and Mick Foley.
What year?
2002.
I
believe it was 02. It might have been 04.
I'm thinking.
I was in school at the time. It was I was little. I was.
Or was it? No, you're thinking WrestleMania 2000.
Was it 2000?
Yeah, I think that was the four-way.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, that was WrestleMania 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that was the beginning of like the McMahon Helmsley era, where he just fucking continued to win. But yeah, the Anaheim one was 2000. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds really familiar because that was such a big deal. They were that was like they showed fuck tons of clips all day on the pay-per-view channel if you bought the pay-per-view for WrestleMania 2000. It was a great time to be a pro wrestling fan. It was awesome.
Got a question.
Is Cody going to win? How do you think the story's going to end? We kind of already talked about that when it came to the worst case scenario. Damian Priest comes out and cashes the Money in the Bank briefcase after Cody wins the belt and is exhausted. The other one would be the next night. I think that the smart money should be on the next night. Cody should at least get his celebration. Please let him just celebrate before he has to defend it again.
Well, you jokingly say that they might riot depending on the result. What if Roman Reigns retains?
They're going to riot. They are their chairs will be thrown at Roman Reigns if he wins. For real. I fear for his safety. If he wins, dude.
You know what? I didn't even think of this, but this might
that's gonna be probably what happens. That's why I'm saying, let Cody get the win. Even if Rock has to come out and rock bottom Roman
Reigns,
that's fine. That's fine. That'll probably be the seeds of dissension. It will be this tag match tomorrow night. That would be a good way to sow those seeds of motherfucker, stupid cousin of mine, and then it's they start clashing during the match, and then on Sunday, Rock causes Cody to win the belt. Yeah. It could happen. It very much could happen.
You know what? I just thought about that. But it seems like the more I'm thinking about it, that seems like what's likely going to happen. It just seems like it's because I know a lot of people are sick of Reigns, and I don't know if I feel like that seems like it's going to happen now that I've heard that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's been talked about, and I think there's even been some, like, I love the people online, Pulse, like people who are in like wrestling groups and all that. Are you on any like wrestling Facebook groups?
Nah.
They can be fun because they can accidentally like cause the future, which is the funny part. Like some random dude will post a meme and it becomes the fucking storyline. Like it's hilarious to watch.
Now,
But
do you know, is there any site that the bout order is
I was just gonna bring it up on WWE,
okay.
and we just go top bottom. So yeah, Cody's got to win, man. Cody's got to fucking win, pure and simple. He has to win this. You can't leave him flat. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. Like last year, Pulse, I did get pissed. I did get very angry when Roman Reigns won. I was like, you motherfucker, you got away again, you piece of shit. I was cursing at the television. Just like very, very angry. I sounded like an old man. It was very funny. But yeah, Cody's he's gotta win. He's gotta finish the story. I mean, to use the parlance of our time, he's gotta win this match. He has to. If they don't, then WWE doesn't take this seriously.
Yeah. On the women's side, what's going on? You think Jade Cargill?
I think they're in a 6-man, actually. Yeah, right here. Damage Control, which is going to be Io Sky and Asuka with, I keep forgetting her name. Damn it. God damn it. Where is this bitch? Dakota Kai. That's her name. Yeah, this is Jade's coming out party, hopefully.
Okay.
Like, I see this being 2 ways. Pulse, 2 ways. This goes.
Let me hear what you got.
This is also the curtain jerker, I believe. This is like the first match of WrestleMania. This would be the first match. Naomi, probably working with her. Jade to get her ready for like a WrestleMania so she knows what to do.
Right.
Hopefully her time with like Riho and what's her name? She's been women's champion a few times. But it's hopefully the time with the Japanese women in AEW gets her ready for this to go with Asuka and Iho Sky. I think the Kabuki Warriors will kind of help her along as well and kind of teach her, which is good. Dakota Kai is just going to basically be there to be hot. And then the wrestling match is the Joshis and Jade Cargill. Like, that's the match. This is the match for her. Bianca and Naomi, they're basically there to kind of help along and talk to her in the corner. But, yeah, I want Cargill to go over on this one. I think she should get her WrestleMania moment right off the rip. That way, again, AEW fans, I hope you enjoy quarter-filled arenas, bitch, because fucking the one is going to be in the arena, motherfucker. It's going to be great to watch her entrance. I'm already into that one. If you want Derek's here, by the way. What up, D?
Man, trying to get this thing situated. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me right here?
You're good.
Sweetness.
How you been, brother?
Oh, man, fairly middling, as they say, man. I'm living, man. Thank white Jesus for all that. How y'all doing?
Been okay. Yeah, got my license back, which is always fun. So I'm driving now. But that's about it.
So you got your driver's license back.
Yeah, I got a DUI last year.
Oh shit! Hold on just
Right
a second.
after I saw John Jones return to the UFC, I got a fucking OVI.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Luck.
Perfect timing too. After he's trying to get his shit in order, you screw up.
Oh, I know, right?
Man, tell me about it.
What do you think about this match, man? With Cargill's WrestleMania debut, coming off the heels of showing up and basically shit-talking AEW by saying it's way more professional than the WWE.
Man, Jade Cargill, in my opinion, could be the closest thing to a women's attraction that they got there. If you know what I mean by the term attraction. I mean, she's got all the tools or whatever the case, man. If she can somehow develop like a for real mouthpiece to be entertaining on the mic, her sky's the limit.
Yeah. Agreed.
I mean, literally. You know what I mean? In her match or whatever the case, what's coming up with them, heck, man, they're not for to have Jade Cargill lose on her first WrestleMania.
No, she's gonna do that fucking the move she does, and then fucking
the Glam Slam. Shout outs to Beth Phoenix. Shout outs to Beth Phoenix.
I think she's gonna get the fall. And I was telling Pulse, basically like Naomi and Bianca Belair are just like window dressing that are gonna talk to her in the corner. Like that's what that's gonna be.
Exactly. I agree. Man, sorry I'm late to the party, man. He told me y'all were getting on.
It's all good, brother. You can come on this show. It's an open door policy that people will be give links to. It's whatever, dude. Come on whenever you want. It doesn't matter. As long as we give you the link for the correct show.
There you go.
Try an old link, it'll take you to an empty room, which is, I kind of want to do that. Be like, dude, the link I sent you a couple weeks ago will work, and then it doesn't work. I think that'd be a good thing.
Yeah, for real it would. I think it would too.
I'm excited. 40 fucking years of WrestleMania, son.
Jesus Christ, man.
Years.
Really makes me feel old. Really makes me feel old because I've been watching wrestling about that much time, to be honest. Let me see. Yeah. I'm gonna be 46 in a month, and I
was born around WrestleMania 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, you still a young pup.
I know. I'm trying to think because WrestleMania 5.
Okay. What's funny is I didn't get my first taste of WrestleMania until 3. When hold on, wait. Was it 3 or 5? Whichever one was Hogan Warrior.
5 was at where they just had last week's fight night for the UFC.
Who was the main event for 5?
Wasn't it Hogan versus Savage?
Oh man, because let me see if I'm thinking about it right.
Yeah, it was Hogan Savage.
Hogan Savage was 5.
Yeah, that was the superpowers explode. That was,
okay. Yeah. So when wait a minute, let me go back a little bit. So when was Hogan versus Warrior?
That was WrestleMania 7.
There was 7.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, double check the Google machine.
Oh no, 6. It was 6. Yes. Yeah, because 7 was Slaughter versus Hogan when they was getting the death threats.
Okay, so wait a minute. So Hogan versus Savage must have been 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I think Savage main evented both 4 and 5 and became champion at 4.
Okay, yeah.
Because that was the tournament.
No, wait, hold on, wait. Let's go back. Hold on, wait a minute. It was 4 when Savage won the tournament.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right. It's starting to line up now because, all right, it was 3. 3 was Hogan Andre.
Yes.
Just to get it in perspective, 3 was Hogan Andre. 4 was Hogan Savage. Well, no, excuse me. Was Savage in the tournament and he beat Ted DiBiase, which people don't talk about. The $1 Million Man actually main event at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so Okay, it's starting to line up now. Now my memory is starting to
Yeah.
tick a little bit.
I only know those because I watched them on like the network and I watched them on Peacock. Like,
Okay.
I wish I was alive during those.
So it probably was because it wasn't 3. My first WrestleMania was 4 with Savage against Ted DiBiase because I was a big Savage. I was a huge Savage fan over Hogan. Matter of fact, when they had their WrestleMania match the very next year, Savage drops the elbow and Hogan jumps up. Man, I wanted to throw my Nintendo controllers at the damn television. I was pissed at a little 6, 7-year-old kid at that time. It was hilarious.
I think that's there. I've heard some people on podcasts say that when they were like that age watching that, they cussed for the first time ever. Like I've heard a lot of people go bullshit.
I probably did too. And I had a hella religious auntie at the time, so that was one of those times where I kind of got a chastised for saying something out of line.
I think the first one I can really remember was like 10. WrestleMania 10.
Okay, who was the main event for 10? That's always how I determine which one of these WrestleManias was the main event match, and then
it was Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden, Yokozuna versus Bret Hart. After Bret Hart Owen Hart beat Bret Hart in a brother versus brother match to open the show.
Okay, I remember that.
That was also the Razor versus Shawn ladder match.
The ladder match. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I was saying, yo, B.
Yeah, no, we were talking earlier. So he's saying that because they're gonna have a tag ladder match. He's saying, what if the Hardy Boys just show up?
I don't think Jeff's gonna show up yet because he's still under the whole AEW contract thing. I think, but hell, they've actually Matt Hardy showed up to a live show or something.
The field is full. Looks like the field is full. Damn it.
Oh, for the ladder match?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just looking at
surprise entrant. Why not?
I mean, I'm looking at that lineup, and it probably could happen, but this may sound crazy, man. But I kind of hope the Miz and R-Truth wins that match. I want to hear, give R-Truth some legitimate gold, man, just for the hell of it, man. Jesus Christ, he's 50.
I know, it's hilarious, man. Like
you're doing it though.
And still doing it. I sat and watched the match last year when he was in NXT where he felt crazy enough to try to somersault over the top rope and screwed his knee up. I watched all that shit, man. It was hilarious. I was like, I'm like, boy, what did you put in your Wheaties this morning? Got you jumping around like that in NXT.
Yeah. Man, so many matches in TNA too that like just fucked him up probably.
Yeah, because they work out throwing themselves around in TNA.
Oh hell yeah!
Hey B, do you believe it? R-Truth has been actually NWA champion.
He was the first black NWA champion.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, shit.
Like Ron Simmons is technically the first African American heavyweight champion of all time.
Yeah.
With beating Vader in WCW. That was the first time that, and there's some disputed ones that are in like California, like when they had a world champion.
Yeah.
In the like early territory days, but the recognized first like black champion was Ron Simmons.
Yep.
It was awesome. It was fucking dope. But yeah, Ron's the first in the history of the NWA, 76 as it is now. He's the first black NWA champion. Beat Ken Shamrock of all people.
Really? Shit, I forgot about that stat.
Yeah, Ken Shamrock was the when TNA started, he was the NWA world champion to start the entire organization off.
Wow, holy shit.
Yeah, right?
Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, and TNA had they actually had a pretty good roster back then, man. They always put out some good shows.
They did. It was fantastic to go see them. I saw them a couple times. I saw them one time in Lakewood, Ohio, when they did like a small theater. And then the other one was in a not so full arena, almost like AEW level attendance. at an arena in Erie, PA, and Hulk Hogan came out. It was the first time I'd ever seen him live.
Oh shit! On a TNA show, that was when him and Bischoff were running things. Holy shit!
Yeah, and Abyss was like his friend or whatever it was. He made friends with the monster and tried to like get him to imitate being Hulk Hogan and stuff. It was weird. Yeah, it was fucking.
They had diminished the 6-sided ring at that time too when Hogan came. They went on and got to a traditional ring set then.
Yeah. It was kind of jarring because I had seen the first time ever was in the 6-sided ring.
Yeah, that was the first time I seen it.
To a square, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Felt weird. I didn't like it.
That was the first time I told you about that shit, B. I'm like, man, they got this federation. They're fighting in the 6-sided ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So TNA stole that.
Well, yeah, that was from Mexico, I think, didn't it?
Yeah, CMLL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every Sunday morning on Telemundo, baby.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, I think I would accidentally run across that and just stop the television. Not understand a word they're saying, but just watch some of that shit for a good 15, 20 minutes.
Hell yeah, dude. That
should
the
be
best
crazy.
part. See, that's what I miss about, like, wrestling television when WWE was doing, like, Superstars still on Saturdays in the like, mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
And you would see like title changes, like when the Headbangers won the NWA Tag Team titles.
I remember that
the
crazy
Rock and
shit.
Roll Express, who were heels, by the way. Weird.
Yeah, like the first time ever they were heels. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Was that my dog?
But the other one was but you would and Livewire and stuff. But after that, you would switch over to Telemundo or Television for the for AAA or CMLL on Saturday afternoon.
I'm paying attention. We're on the show. My wife is leaving me. She said I'm too loud. I think I was disturbing her Lifetime Movie Network or whatever the case. Oh shit! But the party's off. The party's on now, man. Pull out the illegal narcotics. I'm taking the headphones off.
Let's go.
Let's go.
But
pull out the pink cocaine. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Oh God. No, don't do it. Don't do
it. Don't do it.
B,
what was your first WrestleMania, man?
Man, you know what? So I was saying, I don't know my first. I'm trying to think of the first one I watched, but I was talking to one. My favorite one, probably of all time, is the one in Anaheim with the Fatal 4-Way with the McMahon in every corner.
Yeah,
2000.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
They also had like a 30-man Rumble on that match, and man, I just remember one spot in particular. Kai and Tai was in it, or specifically Taka Michinoku.
Yeah, you had it right first, Michinoku.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Taka.
Yeah. Somebody threw him over the rope, and when he landed straight on his face, and he did not put his hands down. And
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
The packet, it just bust open, and he went running up the ramp. I was like, damn. You had to very quick. You had to catch it. Like, you didn't see him on TV for a little while after that. So it's like, it must have been really bad. But just the names, the names of that era, man. I remember the Headbangers.
That's when they came out of like two different sides, right? Like the heels and babyfaces actually came out of like two entranceways.
I think they did have that for a brief.
Yeah, it was like a cool little like novelty thing they did. I wish they would do that.
Yeah. This was right around the time when they were doing the head cheese gimmick with Al Snow and
Al Snow and who the fuck was it with head cheese? Al Snow and God dang it, Damage Marijuana.
But they had this little
Steve Blackman.
Steve Blackman, right? They had this little guy. What do you call him? What's the preferred nomenclature? I think it's little
midget. Midget.
I don't know if that's right or not.
It's fine.
I think that's a slur. But in any event,
we're working waters. I'm sorry. I apologize, man. I'm 48. I'm going to be 46.
In any event, they were calling this guy Chester McCheeserton, and he was wearing a little cheese, like a cheese outfit. And I just remember this one segment where he was chasing Trish Stratus around the ring. And like you didn't know if this was like part of the show or not. They was like, are they gonna have to get security for that little guy or what? And yeah, and so
the Vince Russo era. So I don't miss it. Oh
yeah,
I
right.
do not miss it in the slightest.
Man, Cornette used to be going crazy. He was like, man, I'm gonna kill this guy.
It still kind of does.
That was my listen. The early 2000s, man, when I'm those, I just remember being a kid watching, like that was, and we were talking earlier, D, about the business, bro. It's like we were talking earlier about a finisher. A finisher used to be a finisher. It would finish the match. You know what I'm saying? Now they keep trying to draw it out so often, you'll see like 5 head stomps, or you'll see 5 finishers before a pin. And it's like, the game has changed. Like I know SmackDown is on now. If it's not a main event, if it's not a big name, I don't care to watch these guys. That's why I was telling them, like I'd rather watch. There's something about it, my fandom nowadays. I'd rather listen to a podcast about wrestling than watch wrestling.
Yeah. And I mean, because, and I can already tell, well, we've already talked to her. I know you don't really catch no AEW or whatever the case, man, but
I tried getting into it.
Give you that example, if you don't really.
Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
If you don't really know the guys like that, or, even though some of the other guys who have come from WWE, to jump ship or whatever the case, it's hard to pick up on. It's a different style. And I mean,
we were talking earlier, what if MJF shows up on Sunday night 2 after Cody Rhodes, huh?
I mean, no, go ahead. What you were saying. Continue.
I'm saying, potentially Cody Rhodes, which I hope I hope he wins, and you know what I'm saying.
What if he's front row at WrestleMania?
I mean, can he? What is his situation? Can he do that? Is he not under contract? Is he unrestricted free agent or what?
I think he could just say like I was helping my friend, or like I was there for my friend Cody Rhodes. He does that kind of shit. Yeah, he could get away with that.
I'm saying, do the Khan family? Do they have the rights to his name or what?
Yeah, but if he shows him he actually bought a ticket, or Cody gave him a ticket because it's it's in Philadelphia, and I took my private jet or whatever. I think. What are you trying to open up, Pulse?
Would that?
I got some input about this.
Would that be? That's not a breach of contract.
I got some input about this. Check this out. And Ray, I think you've caught a little bit of AEW here and there. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, if it's on.
If you know anything about MJF's gimmick, like before he jumped babyface and this shit kind of got stupid, he was always talking about there's going to be a war in 2024 in regards to his contract or whenever he was going to do that. Right. For a little while, he had stopped talking about it when he came back. But, I mean, from the way things have been cycling, that still could be in progress because he's hurt right now. And from what I hear, he's not coming back no time soon.
Oh.
No time soon. So during that span, people over there can completely forget about this guy. And all of a sudden, he could pop up. Here's the thing. And I don't mean to cut you off. WWE's been doing a great job for us promoting WrestleMania. They're all over the place right now. I mean, Pat McAfee did the show and had a few guests on, Triple H, Cody, and that Philadelphia crowd started chanting MJF's name, and they didn't blurt it out because it was ESPN. They couldn't do nothing about it.
Yeah,
and because of this, they had to kind of comment on it, So, needless to say, with that, hell, you never know, man. It's like McMahon doesn't own WWE right now. Things are interesting.
Right.
Trips or fucking Punk getting him in on the guest list.
It could happen because Punk really cuts for MJF.
Because it's not a breach of contract. Because if he's just like, what? Here's thing. I said, yeah, not my fault. If he just like kisses a ring in front of the camera, then it's like, okay, this is a bit staged. But like,
Exactly.
just show up. That's all you need to do, MJF. That's all you need.
He could be in a. I mean, I don't know what is some Philly stadium. He could be in a skybox somewhere or some shit. I mean, if that's an option, I mean, I don't know.
I hate you.
That's what Matt Hardy did a couple of weeks ago when he popped up on a Raw or whatever. But they didn't show him on camera. They just, on the internet, people caught him out there or whatever.
Yeah, it's like when people catch like Bailey at TNA shows or other independent shows for their friends.
Exactly.
But like, yeah, dude, that would be amazing. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, not even mentioned, but you can just see him in the crowd the entire show, and Triple H is being petty the entire time.
And that Philly crowd is going to show it. They're going to say something.
Yeah.
We're talking about an ECW crowd magnified by like 10 times. So it's
sure.
And plus, right after SmackDown, I think on the network or whatever, Hall of Fame going in, and Paul Heyman's going in the Hall. So
I know I'm gonna watch.
I was gonna ask you who's being introduced. That's tonight, right?
That's tonight.
Who around like 10?
Who else is being introduced into the Hall of Fame? Inducted.
Leah Maivia,
which is the Rock's grandmother,
which is weird because Bearcat Brown never wrestled for the WWE.
Here's a team that's going in that
the USA Express.
Yo, let me tell you about something about that. That was before my time of watching WWE, but I've watched a large amount of Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda.
Yeah.
I never knew they was in WWE around the first and second, whatever, WrestleMania.
Neither did I. Until
I was like US Express, who the fuck at the what? So, and of course they're doing that, hell, they might as well put Bray Wyatt in, so they put
That'll be next year. I think
that'll be next year too.
They're gonna kind of make
that was the reason why they put them in anyway, I think.
Yeah, kind of. Plus, Mike Rotunda deserves to be, I think he's in already. If he's not in already.
No, he's not in. Mike Rotunda's not in. Not under the name IRS, Erwin R. Shyster. Yeah.
Well, he can now that he's with Barry Windham, so you can do it. He could be a two-timer.
Probably so. Wait.
But, is
DiBiase in the Hall?
Yes.
Better be shit.
Yeah.
The $1 Million Man, he better be shit.
The biggest one though definitely is Paul. I hate to say that, but Paul Heyman is.
I mean, it's Philadelphia, right? That's what
I was about to say. If he's not the main event, like
he's the main. Gotta be.
To be, I'm gonna stay up to watch that after the show because
it comes on after SmackDown. I think it's coming on Peacock.
That's no, I have Peacock on right now. I stopped it I was watching the Bray Wyatt documentary.
Ah, okay, sweet.
But and then I'm gonna after Sunday, I'm canceling my Peacock. I'm done with it.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's the only reason to really watch the cock.
I've had it on Mania many times, or I've had it on because of Rumble. I wanted to watch.
That's the only reason why I actually got it, because of the Rumble that just passed or whatever.
WrestleMania though is definitely the reason I got it for sure. But but Paul Heyman, I have to say this, I swear to God, I'll be mad if all of a sudden in that arena you don't hear the ECW theme song. You do not hear Harry Slash and the Slash Tones being pumped through that arena. WWE did this wrong. Sorry. You need the Extreme Championship Wrestling theme as he walks out to do his speech.
I feel that.
It's Philadelphia. It's his territory. I mean,
that was his territory.
He built that with Todd Gordon. And I want to see Hat Guy, by the way. Anybody else? I want to see, is Hat Guy alive? We need to see if Hat Guy from ECW is still alive. I don't know if he is. I want to see a Faith No More guy will show up. That would be hilarious. Like he's second row at WrestleMania, paying like 15 grand. He's waited for this forever, and he goes, "Fuck yeah, let's fucking go!"
Man,
that would be awesome.
The line of Heyman guys, as they refer to them as, that could show up for this it's huge. Because I mean, quiet as kept, Undertaker is actually a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah. When he was
from way back as Mean Mark Callis.
Yeah.
And I mean, Dangerous Alliance, that's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Everything. I mean, journalist. He was an early like magazine writer for like Pro Wrestling Illustrated and Wrestling Review, all those really classic wrestling magazines that really aren't around anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it's awesome to like see him finally get recognition for what he is, which is probably the greatest all-around person in professional wrestling history, minus being a promoter.
Yeah.
He produces wrestling spectacularly.
Yeah.
He created Roman Reigns. He created the head of the table we see now.
Pretty much.
And it's Lesnar turned him into a fucking animal immediately.
Yep.
Rick Rude, when he was Rick Rude's manager, one of the things I'll get high and watch every once in a while is Paul Heyman introducing the Halloween Phantom. And it's Rick Rude in like a fucking what do you call it? Phantom of the Opera mask.
Oh shit! I didn't catch that one. I'm gonna have to check that.
Yeah.
Find that was weird.
It was like WCW 1990.
Okay.
So
that's what I was saying. Yeah, the team, the Dangerous Alliance from back in the day. I wonder if they're going to say anything about his days as Paulie Dangerously, man. That was,
that
was awesome shit, man. He used to walk around. He actually had a little bit of hair then. He was skinny too.
Ponytail.
Had the original cell phones, man, and brick freaking cell phones, cracking dudes across the skull with it.
Yeah. The Jim Cornette fucking thing. Where Jim Cornette bled on a white suit on TBS because Paul Heyman hit him with a phone. So awesome. I've seen documentaries. One of my sorry to interrupt, but I'll end. I'll stop talking after this. But documentary that I've watched talks about Paul or the Blue Meanie has the thing about it where he's like, I saw Paul Heyman walk out with just like a receiver from a house phone, no cord, like it's the cell phone, and just start like getting heat with it, like just start getting like people to hate him because he's like, hi mom, how are you? You know, doing all that kind of shit with a fucking home phone, like one of the like ring hang up phones. Like,
it's fucking hilarious.
He's one of the best performers, talkers. Like, dude would fucking cut any kind of promo he wanted. And like his WCW promos in the NWA when it was fucking calling the Midnight Express a stinking sequel because he had the OGs from the AWA. He's been a part of so many weird things too. I mean, from almost burning down the Viking Hall in fucking Philadelphia, the 3200, where they hold boxing matches. That almost. What's up?
No, I was gonna say I gotta roll real quick. Y'all go ahead.
Bro.
You go. Hurry back.
Oh well. But yeah, man, the like he deserves this more than a lot of guys that are in the Hall of Fame right now.
That's so true. Yeah, if he's as far as like you say, people that are truly deserving to be in, Paul's one of them. I can definitely say that, man. Because like I say, I was watching him like long before he even came out with ECW, and then when I started, I didn't, because of our region or whatever, we didn't get really much ECW like that. But after I started checking that shit out later, I was like, yeah, man, he had a straight up movement out there. And
it was hilarious when I found out he owned ECW. I had no idea because we had started watching it in '98, and going into the end of '98, I think there was like some card subject to be changed kind of shit. And he cut a promo with the hat on, the earphones, all that stuff to like talk about like the matches that aren't going to happen. And I was like, oh fuck, it's Paulie Dangerously. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you're in charge? What?
She's like, holy shit, what the hell's going on here?
And then just to get that career renaissance as a manager, probably the last great manager in pro wrestling history.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. I mean, in regards to like manager, he's probably, like you say, the last great manager in the WWE or in wrestling or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing I hope is going to change too with the new regime or whatever. Yeah, like managers and valets. We talked about that before. That's like a missing art in the business. When you have a guy who's great in the ring, but he's not too good on the mic, you give him a manager.
There's a lot of guys in AEW that could benefit from not talking and just having somebody talk for them.
Yeah.
Like Arn Anderson tried with his own kid, but like, I'd rather see him with somebody that's like there, you know?
Yeah. Could you imagine like Keith Lee with a manager?
Yes, please.
Like Keith Lee with a proper manager?
Of God. Give him a fucking manager, dude. Give that man a manager.
A heel Keith Lee that don't even say a word.
Yeah, he's so perfect. He doesn't speak anymore. Just to like, my thing with him would be he's so perfect and wants to keep himself at such alpha peak.
Yeah.
That he does. I am taking on the burden of talking for this man.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
The thing is, and think about this. Just think about this. Just some pre-booking of a cat. Like I say, a heel Keith Lee that doesn't really talk, but he only says 3 words, and it's basically his gimmick that he's been always saying for the longest. I am limitless, and leave it at that. And have his his valet or whatever, not dancing or nothing. Even though shout outs to my man over there at AEW.
No, gotta be a guy in a suit. It can't be that fucking Stokely Carmichael or whatever.
Yeah, like an MVP or something. I don't know. I mean,
and you do that, and you hype up the 3 words.
I am limitless.
He speaks 3 words.
Yeah, I am limitless.
He conserves his energy for the ring and only the ring, and that is why this man is. And then you go from there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I mean, just Keith Lee's moveset was getting him over.
Yeah.
Soon they started having to do a little bit too much talking and all that. I'm like, oh shit.
I saw him with Eric in a gym on the west side of Cleveland for like $25.
Yeah.
It was fucking dope.
See? That's
so good.
Rick Ross said it, man. That's a big motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
I ain't seen him in person, but I can just tell on TV, TV adds on weight, but I just see this dude. I'm like, man, what team?
Crews.
He had to play lineman. Yeah, Apollo Crews is not a small dude.
No, but him and AR Fox had a series of matches that I saw, and it was so good.
Yeah.
So good. Every single one was just perfect. Just amazing. So
Who's
good.
Buzzing me while I'm on a doggone thingy. She'll be all right. She will be all right.
Yeah, we'll just to be honest, man, you want to just break down the rest of this card and we'll call it a night?
Man, we can we can do some WrestleMania talk, man, because I've already done my Demo, the bullheaded booker or whatever on the show. Not in regards to all the matches, but like the main event stuff.
Yeah,
I kind of got my idea of what's gonna be happening with it, man. I see you got it lined up here, man. Yeah, we can start with a lineup and go down the line.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna say this.
Oh, who that? Somebody just jumped in. Dang Daddy. Or is that Doink Daddy?
Hi, Tim. No, it's Mick Foley. He's Mick Foley.
Yeah, Mickey Foley.
Gay. Faking gay. It's faking gay. Faking gay.
Skibbity pal.
Did you see the intro I made for this special show?
I didn't listen to it because I heard you talking, so I turned it off. But I saw that you made something.
Yeah, I
How was
made
it?
Let me run to the kitchen.
I posted it everywhere on online because I thought it would sell, and it hasn't. So it's my WrestleMania Day theme song, man.
I think like we've all learned on this show that we should just not try because it doesn't work. Trying doesn't
like
pay off.
doing
Hard
these.
work doesn't pay off.
I like hard work.
It's not working so far, so we should just quit.
No.
All
right. Unless you do, and I can rebrand the show. It's okay. I like doing this,
What?
Are you okay?
More or less, man. I'm all right. I'm waiting for this basketball game to start. Real athlete, Caitlin Clark.
Well, Jade Cargill is at WrestleMania, so what does that say to your opinion, sir?
Jade Cargill was a garbage basketball player compared to Caitlin Clark. She played at Jacksonville. It's a small school. I mean, it's a D1, but small D1. She got nothing on Caitlin Clark. Now, is she hotter? Yes. Yes, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about athletic.
No, Jade Cargill is a good athlete. I think she is. For wrestling,
Well,
she's
I'm
perfect.
saying she wasn't nearly as good as Caitlin Clark on a basketball. And wrestling, that's fake. And gay. Faking gay. Faking gay. Faking gay. I wish there was more people here to give me shit for saying that, but
I know. Everybody's at
only you, and I don't trust your opinion or anything, so.
Dude, how about this? I want to ask you, as a brother, I want to ask you this question. So, my brother is going to WrestleMania this weekend, and didn't tell me. Kind of pissed at him.
Would you have rather him rubbed it in your face?
No, I would have asked him. I would have more been like, "Hey, man, do you want to go to WrestleMania? This is how much I'm spending." And I would have been like, "Sure, I'll save up the money. We'll go."
Well, clearly, right? He just didn't want to go with you. So there's that.
That's a very true statement, Mr. Timothy. Sure. We're not like you and your brother, sir. But yeah. He could have asked. We would have stayed in separate hotels. I would have stayed outside the city.
Well, I mean, maybe you got to be more likable. Maybe that's the moral here.
Possible though.
Well, I'm not saying you could do it. I'm just saying that's the problem. Yeah. We know it can't be done. We know it can't be done, but that's the problem.
It really is. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I like doing this. I like me.
The answer to your question is it's your fault.
Always.
It's your...
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, I hope your brother has fun at WrestleMania.
Oh, I'm so pissed off.
Ray doesn't out of spite. You want him to have a bad time?
No, I want him to enjoy it. I mean, it's his first WrestleMania, so yeah, why not? And he probably drove, so because we're closer to the PA Turnpike, so you could hit Philly pretty easily. But
still just like ours. Huh?
Yeah, it's through the wilds of Pennsylvania. No bueno. On 80?
Where's Pulse? Did you lose Pulse again?
Yeah, Pulse left us.
He said he had to make a run.
Yeah, he had to make a run real quick, so.
For him, that can mean anything.
I know.
Things like that, I don't ask questions. I'm like, you do you, fam. You just.
Yeah, it is what it is.
All right. Well, I just wanted to come in and tell you that wrestling is fake and gay, and
Watch
I
the
will.
full intro and tell me what you think.
All right, I will. Yes, have fun, and I hope you enjoy the wrestling this weekend.
Woo! WrestleMania Day!
Okay.
Yeah. It's the best.
I'm
Best
sure it
now.
is. I'm sure it is. I believe
Can't
you.
wait.
I believe
All
you.
right. Talk
All
to
right,
you
I'll see
later,
you.
Tim.
See you guys.
Bye.
I'm back, man. Stay safe.
Tim is with me every Tuesday and Thursday on
Timmy.
YouTube. Timmy!
Timmy.
Timmy!
That's the biz.
But hold on, let me go to the website here on the tab. Who do you got in the
WrestleMania.
Jimmy and Jey Uso fight? What do you think's gonna happen with that, and who's gonna interfere?
Of course it's gonna get salt, man. You want to hear like some real fantasy booking that would really make this live?
Yeah.
Of course, it's gonna be Jay's gonna be taking advantage or whatever. So you're thinking he's for the damn near win the match. Solo's gonna interfere.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, Jay's gonna be getting his ass whooped, and it would be amazing if Rikishi were to come out.
Probably will happen.
If Keith were to come out,
likely,
get them in a ring, so delegate that shit some type of way, kind of like
when he comes out,
Daddy Briscoe did in a match back when, and then like Jimmy and Jay settle it, and whoever wins, then they squash the beef.
Here's the thing, Derek. This is what they should do. Instead of like the fucking Too Cool music, he comes out to "I'm a bad man," and like he kind of picks the side who's gonna win. That would be hilarious callback right there.
Yeah.
The Intercontinental title match, Zayn will probably pull off the win here.
Which may sound crazy, and I hate to say it, but it's Gunther's amazing, man. He held a UK title for damn near 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's been a year and a half with the Intercontinental belt. Will they really let him hold it any longer? And how they really be cutting for Sammy? That's a hard one, man. Because for some reason, I feel Sami Zayn's going to win this match. But like Gunther's actually my favorite wrestler right now, so I'm going with Gunther.
Gunther's the shit, but I think Sami Zayn's gonna win.
Yeah, as far as like in ring, Gunther's like my favorite. He besides like the Brock Lesnar match, Gunther gives you like the best feel in the ring, as far as like, oh shit.
The Logan Paul thing, I think he's gonna have the belts still.
Yeah.
Either that or it's gonna be Randy Orton.
Yeah, I feel that. And Orton don't even really need the U.S. title, so that was one of the reasons I was thinking that Logan Paul may still, somehow get away with this.
Yeah,
knockout punch on Kevin Owens or some shit.
Speaking of knockout punch, did you see the fucking punch Becky Lynch did on Little Mysterio?
Dominic? Oh yeah,
bro.
My man. But Dominic is really getting over with that locker room, I can imagine, man. Somewhere along the line, he was like, make it look good.
Yeah.
Make it look good. And I mean, Pat McAfee's crazy ass was slow motioning, closing in on it, and you seen that thing come. It looked so good for the TV.
Jacked.
It looked so good for TV.
That was fucking awesome, man.
That's why, like, after all the work I've seen him do, you haven't gotten to that match yet. I'm gonna let you get to it, but yeah, I see your next lineup is for the Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley against Becky Lynch.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna say Mommy pulls it out.
Me too. I'm in a full agreement with you, man. I know they like Becky or whatever, man, but
yeah, Mommy is
Rhea's the best women's wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
Whatever company that you want to decide with, man, she's got that right now.
Fuck yeah, dude. Io Sky versus Bayley. Bayley's gonna win. We all know.
I feel that.
She's been put through torture and fucking, all the shit that she's been through.
Yeah.
On television. And being kicked out of Damage Squad or Damage Control, all that shit. She's gonna win.
And plus, she can do a lot more with that title or whatever. I mean, as far as like doing promos or whatever case may be, and just as far as rivalries, there's a bunch of stuff you could do with Bayley.
I think this next match, by the way, is 4 years too late.
Rollins against McIntyre?
Well, no, for McIntyre winning a world title at WrestleMania. When he beat Brock for the belt at Quarantine Mania on day 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is like 4 years too late for Drew McIntyre to do this, but I think he's going to win.
It's funny that you bring this up because this match here is going to, in line with this big prediction that I have for the 2 main events. Yeah. And you haven't gotten to one yet, but I'm just going to go on and say it. Seth Rollins is going to be taking 2 pins at this WrestleMania. And McIntyre is going to be doing one of them.
Interesting. Okay. I like the way you're thinking. But I think it's going to be, like...
Give me just a second. Let me grab my door.
Yeah, dude.
That's the missus. I thought she had finally left me, but she's back. She really likes me.
You're a lucky man. Lucky man.
Man, I try, man.
I think McIntyre is going to win this, but I think that Cody, because they're doing a tribal rules thing in the main event if Rock and Roman Reigns win. Yeah. So I think they're gonna. And if they win, if the Cody and Thing win, it's just Roman and Thing back to back, or banned from ringside. Like everybody's banned from ringside.
Exactly.
So I'm not sure exactly what they're gonna do. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with that. And
like I said, I got a wild prediction on all this, man. I don't know how accurate it's gonna be, but hear me out. You may feel where I'm coming from.
Okay.
That's the next match that we're highlighting right here, the tag match?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know, because let me see. They haven't announced that the World Heavyweight title match is going to be on night 1. Is that going to be on night 2 also?
No, it's the tag match is night 1.
Yeah, no, the tag match is night 1, but I'm talking about that world title match with Seth and Drew.
No. That'll be night 2.
That's going to be night 2.
Yeah, those will probably be co-main and main.
All right.
If everything looks right, the co-main and main event will be Rollins and McIntyre in the co, and the main event will be the Roman versus Cody for the belt. So I'm excited for this WrestleMania, man. Like, yeah. I haven't felt this charge for a while.
Yeah, because there's a lot of directions they can go with this.
Exactly. And
there's a lot of directions. And plus it's the 40th anniversary, so that's why I kind of feel all the stops are going to be played.
Hell yeah, my man. And for everybody that stopped in tonight, thank you very much. I'm gonna cut it off now because I'm just.
Oh wait, you gonna cut it off before my predictions?
Oh wait, I thought you made your prediction.
No, we haven't made no predictions yet. Go back in there real quick. Let me tell you what's gonna happen with this. Yeah, go back in there.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, we didn't call the winners, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking at wait, break this down real quick. With that tag match with Rock and Roman and Cody and Seth, like I said, Seth Rollins is going to take that pin, man, and it's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on. And I mean, hell, they showed some shit where Paul Heyman was talking to Drew McIntyre in the back, but nobody really caught it. So I got a feeling Drew's going to interfere in that match right when you think the baby faces are going to go over and Seth's going to eat a pin then. And yeah, it's going to be bloodline rules, man. Shit, they're going to pull out all the stops to make Cody the ultimate hero. And then needless to say, with that, I mean, with everything coming at him, Cody's going to beat Roman on Sunday.
I think so too. You have to have him win.
Yeah, by this point, because there's nothing else you can do. I mean, if he doesn't win this time, man, the crowd's going to turn on the whole story shit.
Oh yeah, dude, they'll be throwing chairs in the ring. Fuck that. That's
in fucking Philadelphia.
Hell yeah. Oh well, Yeah, I got, like I said, I got it. Plus, also, I have to eat. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm fucking
I feel your
starving.
pain, Chief. I'm gonna go in here and prepare some stuff my damn self.
For Pulse Reloaded, for Derek, I'm Ray Highclack. This has been Bro Plata's WrestleMania special. Thank you guys for being here. You're sexy. We'll see you on Tuesday. And as always, we'll see you at the Kumite Fest.